Okay, Cindy. Yep, Cindy's here. And Jesse? I see. Yep, okay.
This is JD. I'm good to go.
JD. Okay, perfect. And so that's it. So we're just missing Jim and Bob.
Well, let's see, we have a quorum, so I think that it's 7:01, so we're just going to go ahead and start the meeting.
Oh, excuse me, Christy, and Kurt. I haven't heard from Kurt.
So,
Yeah.
Kurt won't be joining you for a while.
Okay.
I can give you more details offline when we're not recording, but
Nope, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you, Evan.
All right. So at this point then, I'll start the meeting, seeing that we have a quorum. And you've already done roll call, so unless somebody joins afterward, we'll go ahead and get started. So for the agenda, we have the review and acceptance of minutes. I know that Brenda sent them out. Did anybody or everybody have a chance to review the minutes that she provided?
Yep.
Yes? All right, then Pete, will you make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the October 26th minutes as written.
Second.
Okay, thank you, Ken. So the motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Yeah, the motion carried. Question? I hear someone popping in there. Is there something that someone wants to say?
Bob Majerison coming in.
All right, hi, Bob.
He might not be connected yet.
Yeah, it's
Working on it.
yep. All right. So, do we have any correspondence besides the minutes, Brenda?
I don't have anything. That's a good question. Evan or
No,
Mary?
Evan?
Evan, you're in your office. I mean, I haven't been obviously going into town hall or any place to check mail.
Anything? Evan, do you have any insight, or Mary?
I can walk across the hall if you want to wait a minute.
Well, the only things that would be in there are from last fiscal year, like,
Okay.
All right.
yeah.
And we'll just bring them to the next, when we get together for the town meeting. And if there's anything of importance, we'll review it then.
Okay. I just didn't know. I mean, no director would be sending something directly to us or to FinCom anyways without Mary or Evan. Okay.
Right. Yeah, we would know something was up.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
We don't have any bills to pay or appropriate. All righty, well, then we're moving on. Has anybody attended any meetings recently? What about capital? No, we're all good with that? No changes, nothing new happening?
No, and it'll be part of the warrant piece when we get to it, but nothing's changed since we last spoke.
All righty. Then we're on to new business, and that is to receive town and financial updates. Evan, Mary, anything you guys would like to say?
I don't think there's any updates from last week, unless you have something I'm not aware of, Mary, but otherwise we're ready to go with the warrant whenever you guys are. That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right, did everybody print out a copy of the warrant?
Yes.
All right.
I'll share it on my screen on the screen as well, Christine.
Okay, that'd be great. One thing I did want to say is we have the next meeting scheduled for next week.
Well, we haven't yet. The next meeting that we agreed on was
The town
the
meeting.
town meeting,
Yeah, which is
16th.
16th. All right. All right, because we haven't had the discussion about chair and vice chair. So we've usually discussed that at the beginning of the September, October timeframe, and we haven't done that yet. So Brenda, can you put that on the agenda for the next meeting?
Okay.
That's great.
Next meeting being the 16th, or are you requesting to meet next week, the 9th?
Let's see how we do on the warrant. If we get through everything and nobody has any comments, questions, or concerns, then we will put it for the 16th. If not, and we need to have another meeting, then we can put it on that agenda. Okay.
Okay.
All righty, Peter, do you want to be the one to make the motions? Ken, do you want to be the one to
Sure.
second the motions?
Sure, no
That's
problem.
fine.
All righty, so then let's get started. Article 1, which is submitted by the highway surveyor, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $25,000 from the general highways and bridges account to the highway salaries and wages account, or take any other action relative thereto.
I'll make the motion that the Finance Committee recommend the town vote to approve Article 1 as written.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Any,
What's this going to be used for?
That was my question. Are we
So-
going to finish that bridge before we get into Palmer on 32?
So that bridge is a state bridge, so we don't have anything to do with that.
Oh,
But this $25,000 will cover,
that bridge is state bridge.
so this will cover the retirement of one of the employees, not John Morrell, that's in a separate account. There's another long-term employee, 42 years, I think, that's retiring. So we need to cover her retirement amount. And we also, since the new highway surveyor is a former union member, then we have to pay out their vacation before they make that transition. So this will be used to cover those two larger expenses without having to try and raise or transfer from some outside source, since the budget is fairly tight given the drop from COVID.
When you say the new town surveyor, are you talking about the tree warden?
Yes.
Are we going to have that set up so that we don't go through what we went with John as far as
vacation
pay?
and sick?
Well, not the vacation so much as the stipend. at the
retirement.
end.
Yeah.
So what would happen currently, if the town chooses to make no changes, is that the new highway surveyor, should he remain in place until such time as he decides to retire, would be eligible for his current 31 years of severance that he spent as a union employee. And anything from that point forward, you would have to go to town meeting to make that happen. Now, whether or not the town pursues making that into an appointed position has yet to be seen, which would alleviate the need for that to change.
Don't we have to have a town meeting for that?
It's two-stage. You do it first at town meeting, and then it goes to the ballot. So we'll have to see what the future holds on that. I don't have anything definitive.
So the $25,000 here
Yes,
covering
covering the
the
retirement.
the person,
The person, yes, sorry, Maureen, the person that's retiring, her
Person that's-
severance.
her severance. And what's the balance going towards? That's
So
a-
the new highway surveyor
yeah,
is an appointed employee.
Temporarily.
No, appointed, he's currently works for the town of Monson as an appointed employee, a union employee. He's now transferring into a supervisory position. And under the contract, when that happens, we pay out their vacation time, whatever's on the books, because they are no longer accruing vacation time. When you become a highway surveyor, it's an elected position, you no longer accrue time. So
so you're
just,
paying him a balance, and this is contractual, like when someone leaves,
Right.
you know how they get that amount? This is-
right, and that's exactly what it is. It's like we're firing him, but we're not. We're just moving him over to the elected side.
Okay, so in the fact that we're doing that, and then we have the I don't want to say issue. We had the
Yes,
thing
I
with
know what you
John
mean.
Morrell, okay?
Yep,
And someone just asked about that.
Yes.
in fact is giving him that. So that should not be an issue going forward, correct?
That's only vacation you're talking about, not sick leave.
Right.
Sick leave was
right.
the issue we
Right.
had.
Right. So when you like, well, let's say tomorrow I had an employee with 4 weeks vacation on the books and we fired them. They get paid out the vacation time. If
Yes.
they quit, they get paid out the vacation time.
Yes.
It's the same principle here. We're moving them
So
into
it's
a
just vacation.
just vacation, nothing else.
So in fact, when people leave though in his situation and not going into a position like this, they would get, like, is it 20% of their sick time?
It's 2 days for each year of service is what the severance is.
Okay, so we could still have that in addition.
You will have that whenever this gentleman chooses to retire. And I guess I can just say his name. It's not like so Ben. Everybody knows, and he was appointed at the selectmen's meeting. So I don't know why I'm dancing around naming something. But anyways, Ben. So Ben, the 31 years of service he has as an employee under the union contract in the town of Monson stays there until such time he retires. Then he would get his 31 years. But let's say he works as highway surveyor elected for 10 years, he doesn't get, in theory, the severance from year 31 to year 41.
This position is permanent for him now, or was it a 6-month thing? And
No, he's appointed until the next annual town election, which is in June.
What would happen?
what would happen
If he didn't get elected? Would he get his old job back?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You just had to throw that in, didn't you, Pete?
Well, I mean, that's certainly
never know
a
what's
risk.
gonna happen.
Right. It could happen. Yes, he could get outrun by someone else who decides to not appoint him to the position, back to his other position.
Right.
But that's not really relevant to this article. So let's try and stay focused on the article.
Well, no, it's just the only point is it may be better to have a special election than to appoint, so he isn't stuck in a position like that.
Right, in limbo. So really, the quick and dirty of it is that the money covers a retirement and a vacation payout for an employee that's leaving the union position. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Is there any other discussion relevant to that article? If nothing, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. Article 2, to see if the town will vote, this was submitted by the finance director, to see if the town will vote to transfer and appropriate a sum of money from the treasurer expense account to the treasurer's salary account, or take any other action relative thereto.
Do you have a number for that?
Yeah, just give me 1 sec. Sorry, my computer's flying again. Unless Mary, you have it right in front of you.
$1,020.
Thank you, Mary.
$1,020?
And no change?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, I'll make a motion that the finance committee recommend the town vote to approve the transfer of $1,020 from the treasurer expense account to the treasurer's salary account.
You're going in and out, Pete, but I think I got the gist of that. Ken?
I second it anyway.
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. Article 3, submitted by the Capital Planning Committee, to see if the town will vote to transfer and appropriate a sum of money from free cash for the purpose of funding capital purchases as listed on attachment A, or take any other action relative thereto. Attachment A, hold on, I'm finding it here. So
I'm scrolling as fast as my little wheel here will turn.
So we got highway wood chipper, $40,000 for free cash. We got MPS for the MPS servers, which is $50,000. We have fire, the fire chief car, which is $45,000. We have Parks and Recs, the trailer for $6,000. We have MPS circulation pumps for $30,000. Tree warden, gypsy moth trees, $50,000. Fire forestry for $10,500, and MPS, which is a transfer switch, which is $20,000. So the total expenditure out of free cash was $251,500.
Okay, I'll make a motion. The Finance Committee recommend the town vote to approve Article 2 or Article 3 rather, as written.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. Alrighty, Article number 4 is submitted by the Capital Planning Committee to see if the town will vote to transfer and appropriate a sum of money from the stabilization account for the purposes of purchasing new self-contained breathing apparatus or take any other action relative thereto. This was also on attachment A, and the amount is for
200,000.
SCBA bottles, $200,000 for a total of $200,000.
All right, I'll make a motion. The Finance Committee recommend the town vote to transfer and appropriate $200,000 from stabilization account for the purposes of purchasing new self-contained breathing apparatus.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion?
I just have one question on it. Is that to buy the whole thing or just the tanks?
So this is the whole thing.
Okay.
So it's tanks, it's harnesses, and it's face masks.
All right, because you had said you were buying 50 of them.
Yes.
Do you need 50 of the whole
No,
apparatus, or could you buy,
No.
say, 30 plus 30 tanks?
it's less face shields and harnesses than it is bottles. So you need bottles to be able to quickly change them out and resupply the air. To, say go back into a fire.
Let's say like twice as many bottles
Correct.
as.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought. So.
Yep.
Does anybody else, any other questions or discussion? There's none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? All right, motion carries. Thank you very much. Article 5, submitted by the Finance Director to see if the town will vote to readopt and accept the provisions of Chapter 20 of Chapter 32B of the Massachusetts General Laws as amended by Section 15 of Chapter 218 of the Acts of 2016, establishing and other post-employment benefits liability trust fund, to authorize the Board of Selectmen and Treasurer to execute a declaration of trust creating an expendable trust for the purpose of holding monies appropriated to such fund, to designate the treasurer as the trustee of such trust, to authorize the transfer of any and all monies currently held for the purpose of paying retiree health and life benefits to such trust, and to authorize the trustee to invest and reinvest the monies in such funds in such fund accordance with prudent investor rule established under Chapter 203C of the Massachusetts General Laws, or take any other action relative thereto.
I'll make a motion that the Finance Committee recommend the town vote to approve Article 5 as written.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you very much. All right, we're on to Article 6, which is submitted by the Community Preservation Committee. To see if the town will vote to appropriate the sum of $28,000 for the installation of a net along the east side of the soccer field and Lower Rogers Field at Flynn Park. This project will help to prevent the loss of balls and equipment from the soccer field. The money shall be transferred from the fiscal 21 budgeted reserve fund under the Community Preservation Program for the creation of recreation opportunities pursuant to Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 44B, or any other enabling authority. Said funds to be expended under the administration of the Community Preservation Committee or take any other action relative thereto.
I'll make a motion that the Finance Committee recommend the town vote to approve Article 6 as written.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion?
Is that
Yes.
is that
feet,
go ahead.
feet is this going to involve for the along the side there? How many feet?
How many feet? I don't know. Give me, maybe go to another question and then circle back to me here.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to just buy more balls?
I hear
I think the problem is that they're going down the hill into the neighbor's property.
It's a
and
nuisance
into the
factor.
road.
Yeah.
It's a road right there.
Yeah.
Consider it like a catch
The reason
net,
I'm saying
like
is
a log.
I'm wondering if you put a fence up, if it's not too much more expensive, because you're putting up you're putting up there a
Net.
net. It's just it's gonna get ripped up and stuff like that. And
They
you're gonna
do
be
the net, like, they've done the net on a number of their other fields, and they do that because they can raise it and lower it.
Yeah.
So they
How
lower
high
it,
does it go?
take it in for the winter so it doesn't catch up all the birds and stuff, and get the
Gotcha.
leaves through it, and then they put it back up in the spring.
It's like a catch net that goes along the road on a golf course.
Exactly. It's the same, almost the exact same material. Same stuff you'd
so
see
this-
at like a driving range.
So it's pretty
And
high.
they
then.
are a little tougher than an ordinary net that goes
Yeah.
across the court.
Yes, correct.
Any other discussion?
It's pricey, but
All right, do we want to vote on this or do we want to go to another question?
I'm
Hold on.
looking,
All right. I'm going to go for a vote. So all those in favor of Article 6, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. Article 7, submitted by the Community Preservation Committee. To see if the town will vote to approve the sum of up to $49,500 to create a pickleball court on Veterans Field. This court will be available for use by the community and through the oversight of Parks and Recs Commission. The money shall be transferred from the fiscal 21 budgeted reserve account under the Community Preservation Program for the creation of recreational activities pursuant to Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 44B, or any other enabling authority. Said funds to be expended under the administration of the Community Preservation Committee or take any other action relative thereto. Can't hear ya.
I hate to be stupid. What is a pickleball court?
Well, I was going to ask that during the discussion, but yeah.
I'll make a motion that the Finance Committee recommend the town approve Article 7 as written.
And I second.
All right.
Now, what is it?
Discussion.
pickleball's mini tennis,
Mini
basically.
tennis.
It's smaller tennis is essentially what it is.
It's smaller than a tennis ball, but bigger than a shuttlecock.
No, well, I don't know how big the ball is actually. What I'm saying is it's tennis, but on a smaller court. So it's very similar to they look like just miniature tennis courts, but the game is very popular. It's actually very popular among the senior populations, like down in Florida.
full racket? What?
What's that?
Is it played with a full racket? Like, or is that
It's played with a racket, but I don't know how big it is. I'm not a pickleball expert. I've seen pictures of it. I've never played it.
I think it's a smaller racket.
Yeah, I think it's like tennis, but everything is smaller.
Will this end up being a hard court or?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd kind of be like a tennis court.
Yeah, it's asphalt or
At a
something.
smaller scale, yeah. Wow. And where in Veterans Field is this gonna go?
I actually don't know. I haven't seen the overview. I wasn't at that particular meeting.
Okay. Does anybody have any further discussion? All right. Article 7. Ready to take a vote. All those in favor of Article 7, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions?
I do, because I'm not quite sure what all that's about.
Hey, can I just ask another question on that though? I'm just wondering, so is that open to the public and?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Park and Rec will be monitoring or giving you the rackets, or do you bring your own, I suppose, right? Yeah.
I suppose they're like they do with their other sports, they probably will have loaners because they do that with almost all the other sports that Park and Rec oversees.
Is the
that are
senior
like that.
center going to be involved in that, Evan?
I did bring that to the senior center at one point, pickleball, and they were very much interested in it. I don't know what level of involvement they'll have, whether they're going to try to get like a go ball
In
league.
that case, I change my vote to aye.
Okay.
All right. So we've got, do we have any abstentions or no's?
Not anymore, I don't believe.
All right, then the motion carries. Yeah, I think that Ken was the only one.
Yeah.
All righty. Article 8, submitted by the Community Preservation Committee to see if the town will vote to approve the sum of $28,660 to complete Phase 2 Chestnut Restoration Project at Upper Rogers Field located at Flint Park. This money will allow the tree committee to continue to clear areas to plant trees for restoration of the chestnut tree once found in this area. The money shall be transferred from the fiscal 21 budgeted reserve account under the Community Preservation Program for the preservation of historic and scenic resources pursuant to Massachusetts general laws, Chapter 44B, or any other enabling authority. Said funds to be expended on the administration of the Community Preservation Committee or take any other action relative thereto.
I'll make a motion that the Finance Committee recommend the town approve Article 8 as written.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll take a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, motion carries. Article 9, submitted by the Water and Sewer Commission. If the town will vote to transfer and appropriate a sum of money from the water enterprise free cash to pay for the costs and expense associated with the water main replacement, Bethany Road Brook crossing repairs, or take any other action relative thereto. Do we have an amount for that?
I do. They're requesting that the sum of $91,912.25 to pay the repair costs and expenses incurred relative to the July 29, 2020 Bethany Road Brook Crossing water main break.
Say that one more time, 91,000?
Yep, $91,912.25.
All right, I'll make a motion. The Finance Committee recommends the town vote to approve the transfer of $91,912.25 from the Water Enterprise Free Cash Fund to pay the cost and expense associated with the water main replacement in Bethany Road Brook Crossing repairs.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion?
Is this work that's already been completed?
Yes, so the town declared a state of emergency to allow for that to be funded.
Okay.
And the work is done.
Okay, we just watched your screen, Evan.
Yep, sorry about that. Hold on. Where did it go? Your screen sharing is being
He's been hacked.
I don't know what's happening.
All righty,
How's that? Is
well,
it back on?
were you, no, not yet. Were you, oh, now it's back. So does anybody have any further discussion? If not, I will call for a vote. All those in favor of Article 9, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Didn't we do
Aye.
that?
Opposed? What was that again, Ken?
I thought we did that.
Did what?
Voted for 9.
No, we hadn't done it yet.
Hey.
We just did the,
So I just realized I'm on the FinCom call, and it says that you're requesting for Water System Emergencies and Capital Improvement Stabilization Fund, MBTE, for the well that you did. How much money are you asking for the well?
oh, well, all right. Well, we need to finish up this. So all those in favor of Article 9, say aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? Okay, Article 9 passes. Thank you very much. All right, so Article 10. Submitted by the Water and Sewer Commission to see if the town will vote to transfer and appropriate a sum of money from the Water System Emergencies and Capital Improvement Stabilization Fund for the cleaning, rehabilitation, and submersible pump and motor conversion at the Palmer Road well, or take any action relative thereto. And Evan, is there amount with that?
There is, thank you,
Okay.
that I've known all along.
Yeah.
So the sum of $85,000 is being requested for the purpose of costs related to cleaning and rehabilitation of the Palmer Road well and submersible pump and motor conversion, which will provide better longevity.
All righty. Peter.
I'll make the motion that the Finance Committee recommend the town vote to transfer and appropriate $85,000 from the Water System Emergencies and Capital Improvement Stabilization Fund for cleaning, rehabilitation, and submersible pump and motor conversion at the Palmer well.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Article 11, submitted by the Water and Sewer Commission. To see if the town will vote to transfer and appropriate a sum of money from the sewer enterprise free cash to the sewer department maintenance of joint treatment prior year bill account or take any other action relative thereto. Got a number for that one, Evan?
I do.
Okay.
The sum of $109,781.36 is being requested to cover the fiscal 2020 prior year bill.
Why is that so, was it,
Can you move the screen up? The articles?
so,
No, you want the articles up?
I can't see it.
well, yeah, you
It's on 10.
scroll, Evan, scroll, because you're still
Hold
on
on.
Article 10.
Yeah, it's because on my computer, I'm on a different screen. Sorry.
No.
109,000 what?
$781.36.
Okay, I'll make a motion that the Finance Committee recommends the town vote to transfer and appropriate $109,781.36 from the sewer enterprise free cash to the sewer department maintenance of joint treatment prior year bill account.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? And I have a question.
Go ahead.
Are we behind? Is that why we had this from prior year? Is
No.
related to COVID and everything?
No, this has happened to us before. So this is our bill from Palmer, and it's delivered late.
Okay.
And so then we have to, because there's some like negotiation involved and some back and forth, and sometimes it doesn't close before July 1. And
Okay.
then we have to do it as a prior fiscal year.
All right. Anybody else have any questions or discussions?
Well, I just want to, so Evan, this is all normal amounts other than the one emergency?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Well, let me back up. Sorry, one sec. So, Tom, Articles 10 are because of the water main break, and 11 is also, no, sorry. 9 and 10 are related to the water main break, even the well repair.
Oh, okay.
And then everything, yes, then 11 is, it's prior fiscal year, but it's pretty standard.
Okay.
It
Are they
happened to us
in
before.
danger of running low on funds?
No.
Okay.
They have quite a
They
bit in
plan for
there.
this
Yeah.
because
They've
they
got
know
like
they're gonna have it.
$1.4
Okay.
million in their bank.
Oh,
All righty. Any further discussion on Article 11? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Do we have any abstentions or noes? Seeing none, motion carries. Thank you very much. Article 12. Oh my goodness. Do I really need to read all of this?
I don't think so. You read the upper part. I'll explain the lower part if you want. Uh-oh, Christine's frozen.
All right.
Oh,
See if
she's
the-
back.
Submitted by the Board of Selectmen to see if the town will vote to accept Mass General Law, Chapter 33, Section 59, providing compensation benefits and job security to active duty employees as described below or take any action relative thereto. Is this
I'll
just,
make a motion that the finance committee recommend the town vote to approve Article 12 as written.
What does it do?
Okay, so what this does in essence,
hold on, Ken, can you at least accept the motion? Or second?
My apologies. Second.
Thank you. All right, discussion, please.
okay, so what this does is allows the town, if it has a active duty employee, so, National Guard, Navy Reserve, Air Force Reserve, Coast Guard, whatever it happens to be, if they get called up for some, U.S. related, well, obviously U.S. related duty, if they get called up for active duty or deployed or any of that, we pay their salary not exceeding 40 days. And so this is another step towards being a little more military service friendly in the town as an employer. And it's something that we've been eyeing, pursuing for a while. We do have a new employee that is a National Guardsman, and we did agree that we would pursue this when we hired the person. But that was really only because said person asked if the town had accepted it. We had not, but it had been something, like I said, that was in our queue, and we decided now is a good time to bring it forward.
We don't pay them their full salary. We pay them the balance of what they didn't get paid. of their- If someone
so-
goes out and they're making $300 and they go on reserve and they get $100, we come up with the 200, correct? We don't pay them their full salary. We pay them the difference.
They're entitled to receive pay without loss of ordinary remuneration as a public employee during service. So we would pay them their average salary. We pay them their full salary, and it saves them. They do not take any loss of seniority, accrued vacation leave, sick leave, personal leave, comp time, or earned overtime.
I kind of read about this. I think that we don't have to pay that. I think we have to pay them the
Balance?
Like what they, if someone makes $1,000 a month and they
It
go
says
on
it on the other
to
side.
the guard and the guard gives them 400, they're missing 600.
We're only paying them the 600.
We're paying them 600 is my understanding of this bill, of this law.
It
Not,
does it on the next page. It says it.
you don't give them $1,000.
It says it right at the
The difference.
second line. It says any amount reduced by.
Yes. Okay, so my understanding was different than that, but either that's fine. I agree now.
Yeah, I just want to, because that costs a lot of money.
Well, that's even
Would have thought this
better,
would go
right?
without saying.
Huh?
I would have thought we would have already had this in there, but
Right, but, so we're just becoming current with this
Yeah.
Yeah.
article. Does anybody have any further discussion? If none, I will submit it for vote. All those in favor of Article 12, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposition, noes, or abstentions? Hearing none, the motion carries. So there's only 12 articles in that 13?
Yes. I got rid of one.
Good. We don't have to worry about triskaidekaphobia.
Yeah.
All righty then. So at this point, we have voted on all the warrants and articles for the team meeting, or town meeting, yeesh. So we have nothing else on our agenda. At this point, it doesn't seem like we need to have a meeting next week. We can just have a meeting before we have town meeting on the 16th, is it? Or 17th?
Yeah,
whatever.
16th.
Thank you. I don't have my calendar up. So, if there's nothing else,
You want to meet a half hour early on the
yes,
16th.
a half an hour. I think that's usually what we do, and I don't think we need to do anything more than that at this point.
Are we
No,
still going in the library?
I would expect, Evan, unless there's,
Sure, we'll go with that.
all right.
If for some reason that needs to change, I'll reach out to Brenda and she can change the posting and send it out to everybody.
All righty, and so that would be, so what, 6:30, because town meeting's still at 7? Okay.
Yep,
6:30, Granite Valley Middle School, November 16th. And then the town meeting will be at 7 p.m.
yep.
Anybody have any other comments,
I
questions?
just have a question. The voting change, where we were holding the voting because it could hold more people.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, the town meeting wouldn't be a better place to have it in that same?
Well,
Yeah.
we haven't decided it. We're not set on it being in the auditorium. We could have it in the gymnasium at Granite Valley. It would have the same effect. We've been kicking that back and forth of where we're going to end up, but it just seemed that keeping it at Granite Valley was good, just because everybody, that's where we always go. You always go to Granite Valley for town meetings. So, you know, if you walk in the door and don't go left into the auditorium, you just go straight into the gym. It doesn't change a lot for people. But
And that gym's bigger than the area where they're going to be having the voting?
it's, I don't know if it's bigger, but it's a basketball court. And if we're going to just set up chairs and distance everyone, I think we'd be able to make that happen.
Is the voting different than Gelman Hall? Are we voting other than the Memorial Hall?
Yeah, you're voting up at, if you're going to vote in the general election, you'll go to Quarry Hill.
We're voting at Quarry Hill.
School entrance, correct?
Correct.
Full entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is that posted outside of that building for people like who just, obviously, I saw it, but I did early voting, so I didn't care, but I saw
You
it,
did that?
I think on the website, on your town website,
We
but
did that.
I know we think everybody looks there, but they don't. So
Right.
obviously we have a committee member here that didn't realize it's been moved either. So is there somebody down at that building station to tell people who show up to vote at Memorial Hall that they need
Yeah,
to go?
I believe they've posted the door to say go to Quarry Hill.
I mean, I think that's really important that we have somebody.
Yeah, and it is on the signboard out front. I did do a code red call. I called 6,000 phone numbers, so it took me forever, but I got it done.
You knew you could, Evan.
Yeah, but so we did push it out pretty hard. But yes, we will have signage on this building. We'll have signage on Memorial Hall saying, go to Quarry Hill.
And is it on that blinking sign outside?
It is.
Yeah, it's on that one? Okay.
Oh yeah, it's blinking away out there.
Okay. Did we figure out where the ballot was for?
I was not able to locate it, but then you got going in your meeting. So I stopped looking, to be honest with you.
Well, at this juncture, it doesn't matter. I'll find it when I get it.
Trump and Biden are on there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, that's besides those two.
Yeah, Goby and Hall. I think Ash is unopposed. Question 1, question 2. Right to repair and ranked choice voting. So
All right.
do what you got to do.
All righty.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion's
Oh,
been
sorry.
made.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you can't second it, Evan.
I'll
Jen,
second
you're
it.
not on the ball.
I'll let him.
I'm ready to go have some dinner.
Second the motion.
All right. Motion's been made. You second it again?
Yes, I did.
All right. Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Motion carries.
Have a good night.
Yay!
Good night, everyone.
See you in 2 weeks. Good
See ya.
night, everybody.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.